You know, it's a good question. I think the first time I heard it, I was working for Barney Frank. And he, of course, is very aggressive. And people saw me going around and arguing that Bush's faith-based initiative allowed religious discrimination. And I think I remember someone saying something about me being the aggressive progressive. But really, it started to be used when I started coming on TV. And I'd go on Fox News and I'd pull out my Constitution and I'd remind Bill O'Reilly all the parts in it that he didn't want to think about. I think people only saw the aggressive part of Barney Frank, and they didn't see that he was a really good deal maker behind the scenes. Because a lot of people saw him on camera, saw him calling out Republicans, but we did a lot of work in private, and we did a lot of work with Republicans in private. We worked with the Bush administration, for example, to get benefits for the survivors of September 11th who were gay or lesbian. We did that quietly because the Bush administration didn't want anyone to know that they were helping those people, and we got it done. Well, Yale Law School was more fun. It was definitely a better place to study, maybe because it was law school instead of an undergraduate school. It was much smaller. They treated you more personally rather than the more faceless bureaucracy of Harvard. Which one was more difficult? So I guess Harvard was harder, but I think it's because I was more interested in the law than some of the subjects I had at Harvard. Not in 2016, yes in 2020. I think this is an age thing. It's fascinating. If you look at the polls on marriage equality, you'll find that the most conservative state in the United States on it is Alabama, and the most liberal state is Massachusetts. Okay, that's no surprise. But what is surprising is that if you look at elderly voters in Massachusetts, you'll find only about 40% support marriage equality. If you look at young voters in Alabama, 60% support marriage equality. I would have liked to have seen him fight even harder. I would like to have seen him more in the Elizabeth Warren mold, but that's my mold, so that's obviously. I think he'll go down as an effective president, but not as effective as he could be, and frankly on foreign policy, not nearly effective enough. I think he's hasn't been as strong as he could be on Russia and Ukraine and some other things. So I give him a B+.